Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and I'm really excited to be starting up my Scrap Fast 15-minute challenge for 2020. I've been doing this in 2019 and sharing a few videos here and there with you guys, but I thought I'm going to keep doing them because you guys have been enjoying them so much. So if you are not familiar with my 15-minute challenge, it's all about scrapping in 15 minutes, creating a layout, maybe 2, maybe 3, as many as you want in 15 minutes. And I like sharing these videos with you guys because I want to push you guys to think outside the box, not stress over scrapbooking and documenting your photos, and just having fun. So for today's challenge, I'm going to be documenting this 4x8 photo of our shrimp tacos. I love shrimp tacos. And this was a great day. I got to spend it with my parents, my sister. So it's a good picture for me. It just reminds me of good food and quality time with family. I'm also going to be using my Studio Calico tacos stamp set. Love this stamp set. It is one of my favorites. They have a pizza one too, and that's another favorite because I love my tacos and I love my pizza. So I've been using these stamps nonstop. I also added my journaling. It's not a lot of journaling. I'm just kind of talking about how much I love my tacos and spending time with family. So I've gotten some messages on recent videos of my Scrap Fast about how it's not scrapping fast if you've already typed out your journaling. Honestly, typing out my journaling does not take me long because I don't really type out stories or anything like that. But I didn't want you guys to have to sit through me off camera typing out my journaling. It just makes no sense to waste that time while you guys are watching. Now, if you want me to type out my journaling on camera, that's fine. But I just feel like we all know how to type out journaling and we all do it, pretty quickly. I don't see that being a big deal, if that makes sense. But if that's something that bothers you guys, just let me know. I guess next time I will do the typing on camera. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to be using my November 2019 Traveler's Notebook. I just have a few more pages in here that I need to fill out, not much. And while I was going through this, like you can see, I have this pattern, which is beautiful, but it's not going to work with my picture. That's just too green, I guess. But when I was going through this pink is really pretty. I thought about using that. But again, I'm not sure. This is more yellowish tint, and I don't like the pink with the yellow. So I looked at this one, and I thought this one was actually perfect because I can cover this green side with the busy pattern and just use this white side, and it had currently, watching, eating, loving, etc. So I thought that would be perfect for documenting my taco photo. I also have this leopard print, which definitely does not work with my photo. So I just looked through this real quick because I didn't have a lot of options, obviously, in my November Traveler's Notebook. So I just thought this was probably the best one for my photo, and the green kind of matches the background a little bit because that is going to peek out. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to grab my timer and just start scrapping. I will put this on mute and do a voiceover. It's easier for me. I can't talk and scrap at the same time. It will take me much longer than my 15 minutes. So we're going to do that. And again, I wanted to mention that I do have a playlist for 2019 Scrap Fast Challenge. If you're interested, I will link it up at the eye for you guys. But let's start. I'm going to be documenting my taco photo. Okay, guys, let's start. I went ahead and added 15 minutes to my timer, and I'm going to trim down my journaling. Like I said earlier, my journaling isn't anything amazing. It's basically facts, like what we did that day, who we spent the day with, who we had this amazing meal with, just little things like that. I went ahead and trimmed it down. I'm going to set it aside because I want to start by stamping. I'm going to be using my stamp pad. I love this pad so much. I've recommended it plenty on my channel. It's always linked in my favorite Crafty Things Amazon link in every single video because it is a favorite. When you stamp, you always have this kind of cushion in the background. And also, my Traveler's Notebook is really jam-packed at this point. so it's not like, smooth for stamping. So adding the pad really, really helps. Now I am going to be stamping using the taco stamp set from Studio Calico. When I have a stamp that I love very, very much, I like to stamp all the stamps in the world on one spread. But I'm going to start with my title, and I'm having a hard time with my ink because it's a brand new ink pad. And it's very juicy, so I want to make sure that I don't get any ink all over the place kind of thing. So once I stamp my title, which is Live Every Day Like It's Taco Tuesday, I decide to stamp another stamp right on my photo. I love doing this, but when I stamp on my photo, I stamp with archival ink. So I'm going to switch around my ink pads at some point and stamp, if you don't like tacos, nacho type. So it actually says nacho type kind of thing. I thought it was cute and funny, but I'm going to end up stamping it right in the center of my bowl of potatoes. And I love how it turned out. Once I stamp it, I think I'm going to stick down my photo. And by the way, I wanted to mention that when I'm creating spreads, I don't overthink things. And if you overthink something while you're creating, it stops being fun. And this is why I wanted to do these 15-minute challenges with you guys. I wanted to share with you that it's just a layout. We're documenting photos, memories. It does not have to be perfect. And this spread is not going to turn out perfect. It is not one of my favorites. I'm telling you right now, upfront and personal, that I ended up not really liking how it turned out. And that's okay. But I was able to document my tacos. I was able to have fun and stamp a bunch of times, because you're going to see in a second how many times I stamp on the spread. But before I move on, I wanted to stick down my vellum piece with the journaling and thought it would probably fit into my Xyron machine, but it actually doesn't. So I end up just sticking it down, not a big deal. And then I'm going to grab my stamp set and start stamping. Now this is where I'm going to be stamping a lot. I love this stamp set. And I usually, when I have a stamp set with mini stamps in there, like the avocados and the tacos, and the guacamole and things like that, I like to create like confetti style or a messy background for my journaling. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. The only thing I wish I did was I wish I didn't stick down my journaling yet and stamped behind my vellum piece. And it would have probably looked more like these stamps were like a part of the pattern, if that makes sense. But it's not a big deal. I only have 15 minutes, so I'm just going to go for it. I did switch around my ink pads, so I stamped out the avocados in green and I also stamped it in black. And I'm going to do that a few times. I believe I stamp out the martinis in orange and the nachos as well. So I'm trying to kind of play off of the colors from my photo and bring in some of the green and the orange from my photo to the opposite side. And I wanted to share with you why I ended up not loving this spread is because I just felt like I should have probably stuck to a pattern than stamping my, stamps all over the place, kind of messy kind of thing. I usually stamp like this. I usually don't have a pattern. But I think for this spread, because my photo is really busy, I probably needed a pattern when I was stamping. But you know what? Again, not a big deal. Got to document my photo. This is where I'm grabbing some orange ink and I'm going to be stamping the nachos and the guacamole in orange, again, to bring in some of the orange. I'm also going to try to balance out everything. So if I am stamping in orange in certain spots, I want to stamp in orange opposite where I stamped the orange, if that makes sense. So I stamped the martini in orange on the bottom, and then I stamped it again at the opposite corner just to kind of make it, balanced out and even. I also stamped out the taco truck, and I purposely stamped it on white cardstock because I wanted to layer it over my vellum piece or my journaling. So I'm trimming it out, and once I trim it out, I will go ahead and stick that down. Again, if you want texture while stamping, because stamps obviously are flat, I definitely recommend to stamp it on some white cardstock, trim it out and add it to your spread, it would definitely add some texture to your layout. So I have about 7 minutes left, so that is definitely plenty for me. I decided to stamp this stamp kind of in a label that says taco about awesome. So it's like talk about awesome. And I thought I would kind of stamp it on the bottom corner just to bring in some boldness, but I didn't stamp it in a straight line and it's kind of crooked. So I'm going to try to fix this in a bit. I thought maybe if I used a sticker or something to kind of off balance it a little bit, it wouldn't look so bad, I guess. So I'm going to end up doing that later. But I also messed up with that little banner of stamps, or that stamp of banners, and it's okay. I double stamped and it worked out fine. So this is what I mean when I say don't overthink it. It's not a big deal. If things aren't perfect, nobody's going to notice but yourself. And it's, again, just the layout. It's paper, stamps, and stickers. It does not have to be perfect. Anyways, I'm going to stamp the taco rating, and I'll also grab a pen and fill that out in a bit and just add so good, and then fill out those stars with some yellow ink, I believe. And I went back to my green ink to add some more green, again, balancing it out. So if I stamped it at the top, I stamp at the bottom and vice versa. And by the way, if you want to learn from my mistake, definitely you can stop stamping at this point. I kept stamping, but I could have easily filled out those empty spots with chipboard, puffy stickers, word stickers would have, been perfect. But because I'm just obsessed with the stamp set and stamping, I just kept going with it. But definitely learn from my mistake and stop at some point, and you can definitely fill out those empty spots with some chipboard or embellishments of any sort. But I promise this is my last stamp that I'm stamping right now, and I think I ended up stamping Can We Taco About It? And I'm going to start putting things away. Now, I like to put things away while I'm creating, even though I have like 4 minutes left or 5 minutes left. And I just feel like when I have a clean desk, I can focus better and kind of not have everything in my way. But once I got everything out of my way, I decided to add some puffy stickers. I love adding puffy stickers to my spread. It's just a great way to add texture without putting in a lot of effort, and it adds a lot of color. So I end up using some orange and green, again, to bring in colors from my photo. And at some point, I'm like, I still have like 4 minutes left. What can I do? What can I add? So I leave it alone for a few seconds. I grab my pen. I kind of check eating in my currently section, because it just felt like, I don't know what to do at this point. But I did remember that I wanted to fix that Taco Bell Awesome, the crooked stamp that's in your face. So I thought I would go through my little puffy stickers again and probably find some puffy stickers that will help balance this out and make it more straight. I found an old sheet of Studio Calico puffy stickers. They have like words, and the green just matched really well. So I grab it and I try to add a few to my spread, but I end up not liking it that much, and I end up changing my mind a good amount of times. But again, it's okay to change your mind. Nothing is set in stone. These are just stickers on paper, so you can definitely remove them and change your mind. Now, what I didn't like was I wanted to, balance out that crooked stamp that I stamped out. And I thought I would try this reddish puffy sticker, and I really didn't like it. So I remove it and then go with a green one. But I still was hating on it. You guys, it was just not working for me. So I just decided to leave it alone and move on. And I do this a lot when I'm not liking something. I feel like if I leave it alone for a little bit, I will come up with something for it. So I'm just going to grab my pen. I wanted to fill out the taco rating. And so I grab my pen, I fill out, or I write out so good. I'll also go looking for my yellow marker to fill out the 5 stars. And then while I was doing that, I said to myself, you know what? Maybe that take action puffy sticker right above my journaling should be moved to the top center. That way it looks more balanced, and because that just looked really off for me. So that's what I end up doing. I'll fill out my stars. I will move that take action, and I'll add it to my currently, or right underneath my currently, like you can see me doing that now. And then I thought maybe I should add chipboard, like in a different shape or different color, just to kind of break down all the squares on my spread, or all my rectangles, I mean. But that didn't work either. It was just making me more frustrated. So I literally just decide that I'm going to stop the timer, even though I probably had like 7 seconds left, and kind of talk with you guys about it a little bit and walk you through what I decide to do and why I didn't like certain things. So this is where I end up removing the circle chipboard, saying forget about it, stopping the timer, and letting you in on what I end up doing. Okay, you guys, so I think I like it, but I feel like it's really busy. I have the tendency to stamp a lot, and when I love a stamp set, I like to just kind of create confetti with my stamp set. I really like the combination of color, like with the orange, because I tried to grab colors from my photo, but I feel like it's way too busy. I had this little sticker above my journaling, as you guys can see, and I moved it. I don't know if I like it more. This kind of put me off. I wish I didn't stamp the talk about awesome. First of all, it's crooked, and I tried to fix this situation adding the little puffy sticker, but now I'm thinking I should have just went for my word stickers and added a word sticker down here and added another one up here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Switch these and like probably move that, take that off, add just a plain white word sticker to kind of get this to be a little bit uncrooked, if that makes sense. You know what? I think I want to do that. Let me grab my word stickers. And the beauty about this challenge is it's okay if time is up. I even finished ahead of time. So I'm going to consider this my 10 seconds left kind of thing. But it's okay, you guys. It's just something fun to do and to challenge yourself. So I'm going to probably grab like the perfect here. Maybe that's going to work, and it's going to look much better than that green. And it actually looks better already. You can probably add a word up here. Let's see. It's okay, I guess. What do you guys think? I don't know. It's okay. I'm kind of off with this today. I haven't been crafting for a while, so I thought it was a good idea to start with a 15-minute challenge for my first time back up here crafting in my craft room. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this layout in 15 minutes. It wasn't my favorite, but I still love it, and I was able to document my tacos. Please try this out, and if you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram and share what you created in 15 minutes. I'd love to see your projects and your layouts. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!